Today we are going to revise some important concepts of organic chemistry of class 11. Okay. So in this now, the first organic compound manufactured in the laboratory is what? Urea. The first organic compound which is manufactured in the laboratory from inorganic compound. From inorganic compound for the first time, this organic compound was prepared. So that is what now urea. So this urea was prepared by whom? Wohler, Wohler. Wohler has prepared urea for the first time in the laboratory from inorganic compound, that is ammonium cyanide. Ammonium cyanide. And this urea has some IUPAC name. So what is the IUPAC name of urea? Aminomethanamide. Okay. First of all, tell me what is the structure of urea? NH2, NH2 bond CO bond NH2. Okay, so NH2 CO bond what? NH2. So in this here, CONH2 is what generally? This CONH2 is called what now? HCO NH2 is called methanamide. What is here? Methanamide. If it is H in this place, if H is here, this is called methanamide. Methanamide. So in this methanamide now, one amino group is there. This group is what? NH2 group is what? Amino group. So what is the name of this urea? IUPAC name of urea? IUPAC name of urea is what? Amino methanamide. Methanamide. So what is the name here? Amino methanamide. So amino methanamide is what? The IUPAC name of urea. Okay. So amino methanamide is IUPAC name of urea. Urea is common name. Amino methanamide is what? IUPAC name. Okay. So actually it is what now here two amino groups. This is one NH2. This is one NH2. So diamino ketone also common name. Diamino ketone. So it is the first organic compound manufactured from inorganic compound ammonium cyanide. From where it is prepared? From ammonium cyanide, NH4CnO. NH4CnO. This is what now here? Ammonium cyanide. From this inorganic compound, the organic compound was for the first is prepared for the first time. So that point you keep in mind. Next, different types of carbon atoms in different types of compounds we have to understand. Another important concept is what? Different types of carbon atoms. Suppose you take what now here? Ethane. Ethane. So ethane is a type of alkane. It is a type of alkane. So in alkanes, how many sigma bonds present? We have to understand. Number of sigma bonds in alkanes. So generally it means what now? Generally C2. And AN, double the number of carbons plus 2. So H6. C2H6 is ethane here. In this ethane now, here how many sigma bonds? How to find out? Number of sigma bonds in ethane is equal to 3n plus 1. Number of sigma bonds. Number of sigma bonds in alkanes is equal what? 3n plus 1. 3n plus 1. Here n is what for this ethane? N is equal to 2. N is what? Number of carbon atoms. Number of carbon atoms n is 2 here. So 3 into 2, 6, 6 plus 1, 7. So total number of sigma bonds, how many in ethane? In ethane, number of sigma bonds. How many should be there? Sigma bonds 3 into 2 plus 1. That equals to what now? 7. So 7 sigma bonds present here. So generally it means how many carbons? 2 carbons. Between the 2 carbons, which bond is a single bond is there? Okay. Now carbon is tetravalent. Already 1 bond is there now. Remaining 3 bonds with what? Hydrogen. So it is what on CH3 this side. Here also CH3. Now between carbon and hydrogen, which bonding is there? Single bond. Single bond is what now here? Sigma bond. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 sigma bonds totally present in ethane. In any alkane, the number of what here? Carbon atoms is nothing but n value, and 3n plus 1 is the number of sigma bonds in that given alkane. In alkanes, generally no pi bonds. In alkanes, no, there won't be pi bonds. So no pi bonds in alkanes. Only sigma bonds will be there. So this point given. Okay, and if carbon has all single bonds around it, this carbon is what, sp2 carbon or sp3 carbon? It is sp3 carbon. sp3 carbon, sp3 carbon. Both are what now here? sp3 carbons. So both carbons are sp3 carbon atoms. Is that clear? And this carbon directly attached to how many other carbons? One carbon. So it is what now here? 1 degree carbon. This carbon also directly attached to how many carbons? One carbon. So it is also 1 degree carbon. So 1 degree carbon, 1 degree carbon. Primary carbon, primary carbon. Again, on the primary carbon, how many hydrogen atoms here? 3. So primary hydrogen atoms, how many? 6. Here, all are primary hydrogen atoms, 6. Okay. So now here, all primary hydrogen atoms are what? Equivalent. Equivalent. Suppose if one chlorine is substituted, if one chlorine is to be substituted, any hydrogen, any primary hydrogen is substituted by what? Cl here. In the place of any hydrogen, one Cl is substituted. This is called mono substitution of halogen. Chlorine is halogen, na? Mono substitution of halogen. Any place, at any hydrogen place, Cl may be substituted. Because all are what? Primary hydrogens. 3 primary hydrogens on this primary carbon, 3 primary hydrogens on this carbon. So all are equivalent hydrogen atoms. So this concept you have to understand. Now next one. Now if you take ethene, how many carbons? 2 carbons. Ene, alkene, just double the number of carbons to get hydrogen number. C2H4. What is the N value here? N value is 2. N value is nothing but number of carbon atoms in the given hydrocarbon, right? Now here it is about alkane. Now it is alkane. Number of sigma bonds. Number of sigma bonds. Number of sigma bonds in an alkene. Alkene. Here alkene, what we have taken? Ethene we have taken. So number of sigma bonds in alkene is 3n minus 1. 3n minus 1. So number of carbon atoms is n value here, 3n minus 1. Now if you take ethene, in ethene, how many sigma bonds? Tell me now here. So number of sigma bonds in ethene. In ethene. Ethene is alkene here. Here n value is 2. Now for this, tell me here. Now it is equal to 3 into 2 minus 1. 3 into 2 what now? 6. 6 minus 1. 5 sigma bonds. 5 sigma bonds are present in this given alkene, ethene. Now first, it means how many carbon atoms here? 2 carbons. Here 2 carbon atoms are there. Ene indicates which bond? Double bond between 2 carbon atoms. Each carbon is tetravalent. Already 2 bonds are there. Now third bond with hydrogen, fourth bond with hydrogen. Here also third bond with hydrogen for this carbon, another bond with hydrogen. Is that clear? Now tell me here, it is 1 sigma bond, it is 1 sigma bond, it is 1 sigma bond, it is 1 sigma bond. So all are sigma bonds here. Now here 1 sigma bond is there, 1 pi bond is there. 1 sigma bond and 1 pi bond. Is that clear? So totally how many sigma? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sigma bonds there here. 5 sigma bonds there. And remaining is what? Pi bond here. Like this, number of sigma bonds only we are taking here. Remember, number of sigma bonds in alkene is given with the formula 3n minus 1. Is that clear, ma? So now here, if you take any one carbon, atom. So here, if you take this carbon, if you take this carbon atom, so on this carbon atom, totally how many bonds are there? Tell me here. How many bonds? Around this carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4 bonds are here. In these 4 bonds, okay, 3 sigma, 1, 2, 3 sigma bonds around this carbon, 1 pi bond. Around this carbon, how many sigma? 1, 2, 3 sigma, 1 pi bond. So if carbon is having 3 sigma bonds, yes, sigma, and 1 pi bond. If carbon has what? 3 sigma bonds, and 1 pi bond around it, that is sp2 carbon. sp2 carbon atom. This is what now here? sp2 carbon. Here also check it. This carbon also has sigma, and sigma, 3 sigma bonds and 1 pi bond. If carbon has 3 sigma bonds and 1 pi bond around it, it is also sp2 carbon. So how many sp2 carbons here? 2 sp2 carbon atoms there. 2 sp2 carbon atoms in ethene. Is that clear? Now this carbon is directly attached to how many carbons? 1 carbon. This carbon also directly attached to one carbon. Okay, is that clear, ma? So it's about what now here the type of carbon atom hybrid, which type of hybridization in each carbon atom we can understand. And total number of sigma bonds in the given alkene is given by formula 3n minus 1. Take the screenshot, ma. Next, now I'm taking number of sigma bonds, number of sigma bonds in an alkyne is equal to 3n minus 3. 3n minus 3. Now, example I'm taking ethine. So ethine, it means how many carbons? 2. Why any ine indicates what? Double minus 2. Double the number of carbons 4. 4 minus 2 2. So H2. Now what is n value? Number of carbon atoms what here? 2. Number of carbon atoms what? 2. So here totally how many carbon atoms? 2 carbon atoms. You write first. 2 carbon atoms. After this, between the carbon atoms, which bond should be there for alkyne? There should be triple bond. There should be triple bond in case of alkynes. And carbon is tetravalent, already 3 bonds, 1 more bond with hydrogen here. This carbon has 3 bonds already, 1 more bond with hydrogen. Right. Now, tell me here, it is sigma or pi? Sigma bond. It is sigma bond. CH sigma bond, CH sigma bond. Now, this is a 1 sigma is there here. 1 sigma is there between carbon atoms, and 2 pi bonds are there. 2 pi bonds between 2 carbon atoms, 1 sigma bond. 1 sigma bond and 2 pi bonds. Now, totally how many sigma bonds? Tell me here. 1, 2, 3 sigma bonds only. How many pi bonds? 2 bonds. 2 pi bonds. Now, tell me now, number of sigma bonds, what in this? Number of sigma bonds is equal to what? 3n. 3n minus 3. Okay, 3 into 2, 6. 6 minus 3, 3. So, 3 sigma bonds are present. So 3 sigma bonds totally present in the molecule of ethine. It is total number of sigma bonds. Remember, the total number of sigma bonds what here? 1, 2, 3 sigma bonds. And remaining what? 2 pi bonds. Now total number of sigma bonds in the given alkyne is equal to 3n minus 3. Now tell me 3 formulae. 3n plus 1 is the number of sigma bonds in alkane. 3n minus 1 is the number of sigma bonds in alkene. And 3n minus 3 is the number of sigma bonds in alkyne. Okay. In this case, now see this carbon has what? Triple bond and single bond. One triple bond one side, one single bond other side. Yeah, this is sigma bond, this is sigma bond. Here, how many pi bonds here? 2 pi bonds. So 2 pi bonds. So 2 pi bonds are there, one sigma bond is here. So 2 pi bonds. 2 pi bonds and 1 sigma bond, right? Now, this type of carbon, if carbon has 2 sigma bonds around it and 2 pi bonds, 2 sigma bonds and 2 pi bonds, that carbon is what? sp carbon, sp hybridized carbon. What is the type of hybridization here? sp hybridization. sp hybridization is present in this type of molecule, right? So, yes, C triple bond one side, C single bond one side. So, single bond H, triple bond C. So, this type of carbon is what now? sp carbon. Means in sp carbon, how many sigma bonds around it? 2 sigma bonds and 2 pi bonds. Is that clear, ma? So it's about what now? Type of hybridization in the given carbon and number of sigma bonds in the given alkyne, alkene, and alkane. Take the screenshot, ma. Yeah. Now, next, another important concept is that suppose I'm taking one random okay, so is what given over here: single bond, double bond, again what here single bond, triple bond, single bond, etc. Now this carbon has single bond, so it should be having H3. It is having 3 bonds around it, H. It is having 3 bonds around it, H. It is having 2 bonds around it, H2. Okay. CH is CH2, then C and C, CH3. It is what now here the molecule. In this molecule now, This carbon is what now having all single bonds. Now hydrogen means all single bonds. It is sp3 carbon. And around this what now? Around this carbon, one double bond is there, one single bond is there. So this is what now? sp2 carbon. If carbon has one double bond one side, one single bond, again sp2 carbon. Here this carbon has what? All single bonds. Both the sides single bond, with hydrogen also single bond. So it is sp3 carbon. And this carbon has one triple bond, one single bond. So it is what now here? sp carbon. And here also one triple bond, one single bond, sp carbon. Here all single bonds, three single bonds with hydrogen atoms, one single bond with carbon, again sp3 carbon. So like this what now? sp3, sp2 carbon. So each sp3 carbon, each sp3 carbon has what now here? Each sp3 carbon has what? Tetrahedral geometry around it. First thing, tetrahedral shape around the carbon. Next, how many hybrid orbitals? S and p3. Totally four hybrid orbitals. Four hybrid orbitals. And next one, how many pure orbitals around this carbon? In this carbon, in each sp3 carbon, one s orbital combined with three p orbitals. Now there is no p orbital left over. Px, py, pz, three p orbitals involved here. That's why no pure orbital left over here. So zero pure orbital. Zero pure orbitals. No pure orbitals in sp3 carbon. Now next one. Next thing what you have to remember is that each hydrogen atom, so each hydrogen atom has what? One pure orbital. One pure orbital. This pure orbital is what now here? S orbital. One s orbital is pure s orbital here. So one s pure orbital is present in each hydrogen. If x number of hydrogen atoms present in the given molecule of organic compound, the number of pure orbitals should be taken what? X. If y number of hydrogen atoms present, y is what? Number of pure orbitals. Each hydrogen atom is equal to one pure orbital. So one hydrogen contains one pure orbital. Each sp3 carbon contains four hybrid orbitals and zero pure orbitals. Here sp3 carbon, These two are what? sp3 carbons. These three. So this one and this one. These three are sp3 carbons. Now each sp3 carbon contributes how many hybrid orbitals? Four. So four and four hybrid orbitals. And each sp3 carbon contributes how many pure orbitals? Zero. That point keep in mind. Now next, take the screenshot now. Now next, each sp2 carbon, has which shape now? Trigonal planar geometry. Trigonal planar geometry for this sp2 carbon, right? Now next, this sp2 carbon has how many hybrid orbitals? It has what? Totally three hybrid orbitals. There will be three hybrid orbitals in each sp2 carbon. And each sp2 carbon in this here, what happened here? S orbital, 2s orbital mixed with 2pz and 2py. So these two p orbitals and one s orbital mixed here to form how many hybrid orbitals? Three hybrid orbitals. After that, how many orbitals pure left over on sp2 carbon? Here px not involved, no? 2px is not involved. That's why pure one pure orbital is present. One pure orbital is present in this carbon. In each sp2 carbon, how many pure orbitals will be there? One pure orbital. How many hybrid orbitals? Three. This pure orbital is what now? 2px. One 2px orbital is left over. Unhybridized. So it is what now? Pure orbital left over on sp2 carbon. Is that clear now? So each sp2 carbon contributes how many hybrid orbitals? Each sp2 carbon, 3 hybrid orbitals, and how many pure orbitals? 1 pure orbital. Okay. If x number of sp2 carbons there, x number of pure orbitals we take. Again, here also what we take? Each hydrogen atom is equal to what again? 1 pure orbital. 1 pure orbital. 1s orbital is pure orbital present. Always number of hydrogens equals number of pure. Now, number of sp2 carbons equals to the same number of pure orbitals from carbon, and from number of hydrogen atoms also same number of pure orbitals will come. Is that clear, ma? Take the screenshot of this. The next now, each sp carbon atom has which shape, ma? Linear shape, linear geometry. Okay. And next it has what now? Each sp carbon atom has what? 2 hybrid orbitals. 2 hybrid orbitals. So there will be 2 hybrid orbitals in each sp carbon. And here sp meaning what? 1 s orbital and 1 p orbital. That is 2 pz, suppose. Now 2 pz involved here. 1 s orbital is mixed with 1 p orbital to form 2 hybrid orbitals. 2 hybrid orbitals. After that, how many pure orbitals left over? Now what are the pure orbitals? Tell me here. Pure orbitals, what are left over? 2px is 1 pure orbital, 2py is 1 pure orbital in sp carbon. So each sp carbon atom has how many pure orbitals, ma? 2 pure orbitals, pure atomic orbitals. So there will be 2 pure atomic orbitals in each sp carbon atom. Each sp carbon has 2 pure atomic orbitals, 2 hybrid orbitals. And again, what now? Each hydrogen atom is equal to what? 1 pure atomic orbital. 1 pure atomic orbital. Is that clear, no? So like this, we have to understand the concept of calculation of number of hybrid orbitals and number of pure orbitals. So in a given compound, they ask you sometimes number of hybrid orbitals divided by number of pure orbitals. So this, what here? Ratio they will be asking sometimes. In most of the question, they will be asking you the ratio of what? Number of hybrid orbitals to number of pure orbitals. This ratio they will be asking in the given compound. Okay, like this, we have to calculate what number of hybrid orbitals in each carbon atom and number of pure orbitals, and also number of hydrogen atoms equals to number of pure orbitals. Along with this pure orbitals coming from hydrogen, along with the pure orbitals coming from hydrogen atom, we have to also take the pure orbitals from carbon atoms. Take the screenshot. Yeah. So now, suppose if you take this neopentane, what is here? Neopentane. In this neopentane, this carbon directly attached to how many other carbons, ma? This carbon is attached to 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons, na? So it should be called what now here? 4-degree carbon. 4-degree carbon means what? Quaternary carbon. So quaternary carbon meaning what? 4-degree carbon atom, which is attached directly to how many carbons? 4 carbons. And this carbon is directly attached to only 1 carbon, na? So it should be called primary carbon. It is called primary carbon. So how many primary carbon atoms here? How many primary carbon atoms? 1. Here it is primary carbon, and primary carbon. So how many primary carbon atoms? How many primary carbon atoms here? Totally 4. How many quaternary carbon atoms? So number of quaternary carbon atoms, how many? 1. 1 quaternary carbon atom is there in this molecule. 4 primary carbon atoms are there. 1 degree indicates primary carbon atom. In this 2 degree and 3 degree carbon not there. If you take like this 1, 2, 3, 4 I will say. Suppose here carbon is there, here carbon is there. Okay, and this one like this CH3 is CH2, this one CH3, CH3, and this one what? CH, it is CH3. In this case now, this carbon directly attached to one carbon, na? So 1 degree carbon. And this carbon attached directly to how many carbons? Check it. 3 carbons. Around it, 1, 2, 3 carbons directly attached. That's why it will be what now? 3 degree carbon, tertiary carbon atom. This one, 1 degree carbon atom. This one attached directly to 1, 2, 3 carbons. So again, 3 degree carbon. This one, 1 degree carbon. This one, 2 degree carbon atom. Why it is 2 degree carbon atom here? Tell me. This carbon directly attached to one carbon this side, one carbon this side. That's why 2 degree carbon atom. This one, 1 degree carbon. So primary carbon, secondary carbon, tertiary carbon. And this in this compound it is quaternary carbon, 4 degree carbon. Now on this 4 degree carbon, already 4 bonds are there now. 4 bonds are already there. Carbon cannot form 5th bond. That's why now this 4 degree carbon cannot have any hydrogen on it. So the number of hydrogen atoms on 4 degree carbon will be 0. On primary carbon atom, how many hydrogen atoms will be present? There will be 3 hydrogen atoms. 3 hydrogen atoms called primary hydrogen atoms on 1 degree carbon. And on 2 degree carbon, how many 2 degree hydrogen atoms? 2 degree hydrogen atoms will be 2 on 2 degree carbon. On 3 degree carbon, how many hydrogen atoms? 1. So 1 is what now? Tertiary hydrogen. Tertiary hydrogen atom 1. Here 2 degree. Secondary hydrogen atoms, how many? 2 here. So on every secondary carbon atom, there will be 2 secondary hydrogen atoms. On every primary carbon atom, there will be 3 primary hydrogen atoms. On every 3 degree carbon atom, there will be 1 3 degree hydrogen atom. This way we have to understand number of primary carbons, number of secondary carbons, number of tertiary carbons, and number of quaternary carbons. And types of carbons will be 4. What are they? Primary carbon is there, secondary carbon is there, tertiary carbon, and 4 degree carbon. 4 types of carbon is there. But hydrogens will be primary hydrogens, secondary hydrogen atoms, tertiary hydrogen atoms. That's all. Here 4 degree hydrogen does not exist. Does not exist. Why? On 4 degree carbon, there won't be any bond. One more bond cannot be existing here. So 4 degree hydrogen, quaternary hydrogens do not exist. Primary hydrogen atoms, secondary hydrogen atoms, tertiary hydrogen atoms. Take the screenshot. Okay. Now suppose you are given one compound like this. Okay. Here, like this here. Suppose one compound is like this. Here, how many sigma bonds, how many pi bonds, how to calculate? Now see this one. At this point, how many bonds you can see? 1 bond you can see. So it should be taken as carbon with how many hydrogen atoms now? 3 hydrogen atoms. It won't be shown. This carbon, this hydrogen atoms will not be shown here in the bond line structure. It is called what now? Bond line structure. Bond line structure. In this bond line structure now, the carbon and hydrogen will not be shown here. So at this end, what should be taken now? This is terminal carbon. Terminal carbon. As this carbon has already 1 bond, we have shown now. The bonds between carbon will be shown here. The single bond is between this carbon and this carbon. Between the 2 carbons, single bond is there here. Now this carbon has only 1 bond. That's why H3 should be there. And this carbon already has how many bonds around it? 1 bond this side, 1 bond this side. Already 2 bonds are there now. So this carbon should be taken as what now? CH2. Why? Here already this carbon has 1, 2 bonds now. Remaining 2 bonds will be with hydrogen atoms. Next, this carbon already has how many bonds around it? Tell me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Already 4 there. So this is only carbon. See, that's all. Only it is carbon. Right, ma? Next, here also this carbon also has what? one triple bond this side, one single bond this side. This carbon already has 1, 2, 3, and 4 bonds already there. So it should be again C, only C. Okay, ma? So only carbon atom here. Next, this carbon, you check it. This carbon has how many bonds already? 1, 2, 3 bonds already there. Around this carbon, already 1, 2, 3 bonds there. So it should be what now here? CH. CH. This carbon has already 3 bonds. One more bond is with hydrogen atom. So it is what CH. Here, this carbon already has one double bond. Already has one double bond. Remaining 2 bonds must be with the hydrogen. H2 should be there. CH, again CH. So this way we have to first imagine what? The type of carbon atom present here. Type of carbon atom present. Whether it is CH or whether it is C or CH3 or CH2, we have to first understand. Is that clear? Now tell me number of carbon atoms, how many here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So C6. After that here, next what now? How many hydrogen atoms? 2 plus 1, 3, 0, 0. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 3, 8. H8. So here 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So C6H8. C6H8. Now here N is what now? Number of carbon atoms, how many? 6 there. Is that clear, ma? So number of carbon atoms 6 here. Now in this case, tell me how many sigma bonds, how many pi bonds, tell me here. Sigma bonds, how many? Pi bonds, how many? Here, with the hydrogen atoms, always the carbon forms what? Single bonds only. Na? Single bond indicates what? Sigma bonds. This carbon has 3 sigma bonds here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 sigma bonds there with hydrogen atoms and with carbon atoms. Here 1, 2, number of hydrogens, first count 2, 8 hydrogens, 8 sigma bonds, ma. 8 hydrogens, 8 sigma bonds. Plus how many sigma bonds between the carbon atoms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 8 plus 5, 13 sigma bonds. Now pi bonds, how many? 1, 2, 3. So 3 pi bonds here. So in triple bond, 2 pi bonds there. In double bond, 1 pi bond is there. So number of pi bonds and number of sigma bonds. In this way, we have to calculate what? Number of sigma and pi bonds in the given structure. Now, it is which type of carbon? Tell me. sp3 or sp2? First one, right side, first one. This one what? sp3. This one, sp3. This one, sp.